This time on Marketing to Tourist, I want to tell you my opinion on the future of YouTube. Let's get started. In a few minutes, I want to give you some opinions of mine that I think are fairly well-founded on where I see YouTube going over the next 2 years or so. But first, perhaps a little background is in order. As you know, Google owns YouTube, and if you want to get a feel for the future of YouTube, perhaps it's a good idea to look at where Google has gone over the last 2 years. And one way to do that is to look at my video called The Death of SEO. And I've actually done a couple of variations of that video now, but basically what it says is today, especially in the tourism segment, virtually any search you do, be it hotels or restaurants, Google is not going to return the restaurant you're looking for. Instead, they're going to return things like TripAdvisor and Urban Spoon. And the reason why they're doing that is they'll tell you that, well, they have more backlinks. Obviously, Expedia has more backlink than the romantic Italian restaurant you were actually searching for. Therefore, Google's going to give you that return instead of the restaurant you actually wanted. Now, the truth, as far as I can tell, is actually that Google wants that small romantic Italian restaurant to advertise. And one way to pressure them into advertising is to get them out of the top 3 positions. And in order to do that, you simply sell the top 3 positions. And that's exactly what we see Google doing. Now, how does this relate to YouTube? First, a little YouTube background. I have to read, by the way. Your chances of getting to #1 on Google are about 53 times higher if you use video than they are if you use a website. I know in my case, I've done a tremendous amount of work on my website, yet I can rank for these little YouTube videos. By the way, 85% of visitors are more likely to make a purchase for you if they have watched video first. And this is also my experience. Most of my customers come from video. Not only that, after watching a few of these YouTube videos, when they do come to visit my website, they are pre-qualified. And what I mean by that is they've already heard enough from me that they're comfortable that I will be able to do what I'm telling them I want to do. By the way, YouTube also has the advantage of offering some quality backlinks. Remember, every time you make one of these videos, that counts as a backlink going back to your website. So it really is important. Now let's talk for a minute about where I see YouTube going. It's going to be very difficult in the future for someone to have a viral video. It's just not going to happen. And the reason is because all of the top links in almost all categories are going to wind up going to paid advertisements. I personally have bought advertising on YouTube, and actually I enjoyed the process and I learned quite a bit. But I still believe that the day of the viral video is very quickly coming to an end. Moreover, I believe over the next 2 years or so, you're going to see Google tighten up on the idea that you can just have a bunch of videos and have a successful channel by just releasing a video. So let's say you have a video of your hotel, and one is rooms, you've got another video showing the pool and the public spaces, and you want folks who are coming to your city to see those videos. It is going to become imperative over the next year or so that you will have to buy advertising in order to drive people to your channel. Today, folks can just do a search and find your hotel. really that's coming to an end. And I don't think you'll see that more than another 18 months or so. I'm not saying you should abandon YouTube. As a matter of fact, I'm saying just the opposite. Change your marketing strategy and stay with YouTube. It really is worth the effort. Now, by the way, if some of what I'm saying is still confusing to you, I really will, for a second time, recommend you go see that video, The Death of SEO. And it'll explain far more what I'm talking about as it relates to Google. But you can rest assured, if the system worked on Google and it made them more money, obviously they have no reason not to try it on YouTube. And the way Google did this on their search results was very slowly, in steps, over about 2 years. And I think you're going to see that same thing. And in fact, the process has already started. For example, YouTube no longer really recommends using blogs and things to drive traffic to your channel. They now recommend you advertise to drive traffic to your channel. And you're going to see a lot more of that. Guys, I hope some of this was helpful. And if it was, please do subscribe. And as always, you can visit my website, deanlewis.net. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.